Hey, Pam. Kate. Now, Jane. Well, as you can see, I'm up walking around today. Just to give you a little idea what's going on here. That's my neighbor's yard. No, I'm not staying dry. You can see where the water's up over the road here. Coming back up into my driveway. And all the up over the road down there. So if you hear people speeding up and slowing down, that's what it all is. Oh my goodness. Life in the fast lane at Slocum Station. What can you do? Rotate. All right. We're going to be up this way today. Whew. Give me a second to get settled here. Good to have everybody. Thanks for coming. Our devotional today comes out of John, Gospel of John, 17, verse 5. That entire verse says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them. Oh, my bad, wrong day. It's John 16, verse 33. St. John 16, 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation. And be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Spurgeon says the following in regards to the phrase, in this world you shall have tribulation. Art thou asking the reason of this, believer? Look upward to thy heavenly Father and behold him pure and holy. Dost thou know that thou art one day to be like him? Wilt thou easily be conformed to his image? Wilt thou not require much refining in the furnace of affliction to purify thee? Will it be an easy thing to get rid of thy corruptions and make thee perfect, even as thy Father which is in heaven is perfect? Next, Christian, turn thine eye downward. Dost thou know what foes thou hast beneath thy feet? Thou wast once a servant of Satan, and no king will willingly lose his subjects. Dost thou think that Satan will let thee alone? No, he will always be at thee, for he goeth about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Expect trouble, therefore, Christian. Thou lookest beneath thee. Then look around thee. Where art thou? Thou art in an enemy's country, a stranger and a sojourner. The world is not thy friend. If it be, then thou art not God's friend. For he who is the friend of the world is at enmity or an enemy of God. Be assured that thou shalt find foemen everywhere. When thou sleepest, think not that thou art resting on the battlefield. When thou walkest suspect in an ambush at every hedge. As mosquitoes are said to bite strangers more than natives, so will the trials of earth be sharpest to you. Lastly, look within thee, into thine own heart, and observe what is there. Sin and self are still within. If thou hadst no devil to tempt thee, no enemies to fight the world to ensnare thee, thou wouldst still find in thyself evil enough to be a sore, wicked individual. Expect trouble then, but despond not on account of it. For God is with thee to help and to strengthen thee. He hath said, I will be with thee in trouble. I will deliver thee and honor thee. In this world you shall have tribulation. I love that end of that verse, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome The world. The world we live in is most assuredly a tough place. And there is a lot going on that we can't control, and a lot of things that we are tempted to do that we're better off staying away from. For one, to go under the assumption that, I don't have to worry about being tempted. It's not going to be my issue. I would say that the issue has already hit you. And that possibly pride and arrogance in thinking that you're above it has hit you hard. I don't know about you. I don't know many of your personal lives. I mean, I see you week in and week out at church, and I know you from there, but to really know you, in your everyday setting, I don't. And so I, just go on what I see. But for me, I know in my case, I'm a pastor. I do this is all I do. And I'm tempted all the time. There are forces that fight against what I do all the time. Whenever we seek to do good, evil is always present, trying to dissuade us, trying to wear us out and get us to lay aside our desire to serve God, to lay aside the hard work we've been doing to try and further the kingdom. There are folks out there who would do their best to sideline what we are doing. But never forget that Christ is always with us, and not only is He always with us, but the world has nothing that can overcome you, because He's already overcome the world. Sure, we're waiting on His return, the setup of that glorious kingdom that we are looking forward to. But never forget, death, hell, and the grave are already defeated. He defeated them at Calvary. The tomb's still empty. The resurrection's still. There will be a day when this life gives way to the next life. And He has overcome all those things. So when we are tempted, let us flee to Christ. Don't try to fight that on your own. You're fighting stuff you can't fight on your own. I know. Anybody knows? I know. You can't fight the devil. You can't fight those that come against you. Good night. Sometimes we can't even fight our own self, much less somebody else. We need the Lord. We need His help. We need Him to battles. Why? Because He's already conquered the world. He is more than a conqueror. And through Him, we too can do. In this world, we will have troubles, but we will never be forsaken. We will never be cast out. We will never be cast down. Stay strong. I know we're in a tough time right now, and things aren't really going the way we want them to. But nonetheless, I think we can see the end. I think the end may be in sight for a while anyway. And hopefully it won't be too horrible long till we can get back out and begin to see each other and see other folks with some precaution. Right now, as it stands the way we are, we have no immediate plans to restart services as of yet. Governor DeWine really hasn't given the go-ahead to start having services yet, so we're kind of biding our time. I know that there are some businesses that are opening on the 12th, but even though they are opening, nonetheless, they're opening with restrictions. There are things that special arrangements have to be made for them even to open. So as it stands right now, we don't have any plans for sure in the near like next Sunday or anything of getting back to service. We are looking at the possibility of maybe doing an outdoor service sometime the 12th after. A service where if we get a nice day and not a day like today where it's raining buckets and I got the creeks up and all that. Hey, we made it even though the creek rose. Sorry, had to say it. nonetheless, we're hoping to maybe have an outdoor service where we can bring some lawn chairs. Everybody still won't be on top of each other. Looking maybe in that kind of direction towards the middle and the end of May. And then hopefully, God willing, maybe getting back to having regular Sunday morning service in June. So we're just kind of playing it by ear. Our big thing is we don't want to risk making anyone sick. It's just not worth, fighting to get everybody inside a building breathing the same air and taking the chance of somebody coming down with something that's going to adversely affect them for a long time or possibly take their life. We need that. Even when we do start coming back, if you've got extenuating circumstances, you just feel like you can't do that, I get it. No problem. You let us know. We'll try to get services to you either via YouTube or via Facebook or whatever. We'll do our best to make sure that we continue to make arrangements for that. Okay? So that's kind of an update for now on what's going on. I appreciate you spending some time on the porch with me this evening. If you'd like to continue praying for those in the Muslim faith, we'll be doing that hopefully in the morning. I have to be at work at 8:30 in the morning, so I might have to record that one and just post it. But nonetheless, then tomorrow night we'll be back here at 6 o'clock for our evening devotion. God bless you. Thank you for coming out and spending some time with us on the front porch. If you've got a front porch, just go sit on the porch and listen to it rain. Awful pretty sound. Thunder rumbling in the background, the water running in the creek. Just reminds me that God's in control of everything and just how big He really is. All right? God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow night.